All right, y'all. I got a quick little bit of news, but I'm sure most of you have heard. Uh, Lonzo's status to play today, within the next hour, is up in air because he apparently injured his hip during the game with Portland. He'll be a game time decision. It was doubtful, but it's we don't know where it is right now. So we'll have to see. I'll put it like this: it's interesting. The timing of this is very interesting because one, he's had a history of injuries here and there, and so it's kind of like, will he ever just play a year without any injuries? I doubt it. Some guys just aren't built for the long grind of the league, and all these games like back to back like this is kind of arduous. So it's one of those things where it's like, and honestly, I don't think we should have an 82 game season unless we're going to play 9 months out the year without the playoffs, or something like that to add a little bit more time in there. But I'm not going to get into that. So there's that part of it. But here's the other part of it, the interesting part of things. Lonzo could not be injured, and they could just be wanting to hold him out for a potential trade that's going to happen. That's why I said the timing of this is very interesting. Um, we've heard rumblings of Lonzo Ball fever from different teams: Philly, New York, the Clippers, Chicago. Those are just among some of the immediate teams who would desire his services. And I'm sure there's more, but some of those guys are probably, or some of those teams are probably going to be looking to get him in free agency or as a restricted free agent here this summer. But this is interesting. This could go many different ways. Let's just assume, hypothetically, that they are holding him out for potential trade. I mean, we could hear something about a trade within the next couple of days. On the other hand, with this too, that means somebody else is going to get the start. Who would that be? Would it be Kira or would it be No? I'm leaning that they're probably going to start No and just slide Bled to point guard. That probably makes the most sense to still have Kira come off the bench and get those minutes. You might see a winging Gabriel, somebody else pop up or Melly this game too, just off of the fact that they need more bodies, right? Um, and I would think they would probably focus more on playing Josh at the two, um, because at that point you really don't have much else outside of that. That's pretty much all you got. No JJ available per him getting over his injuries, which we haven't heard anything about a trade from him yet. Which honestly he should be incredibly valuable considering the fact that his contract is up this year, so he'd be like you don't pay much to get him, except maybe a couple picks, especially if you're a championship team that needs shooting, and you just take him for the season. If it works out, great. If not, hey, peace. Um, but there's that component of it. Also, how well does Kira play if they, let's just say hypothetically, if they decide to start him in place of Zoe? How well does he play? Does he look good? If he looks good, do you consider pulling the trigger on the trade for Zoe faster than you probably would and going ahead and getting him into that starting position? That's been the whole thing about the Pels is we want to make room for these guys to play. Well, JJ's out, so that made room right there. And you get to kind of see what the team looks like without, JJ shooting, which honestly, I don't know if it's not normal JJ shooting. It's still good, but it's just not normal. Um, and now you get to kind of see what the team will look like again without Lonzo. Lonzo missed a couple games early this season. Now you get another look after they had a lot more reps and stuff. You get to see the whole left when Lonzo's not there, how Bi and the rest of them play. Personally, I don't think it's a trade just yet. I think he really did probably hurt his hip flexors, which, he's a tough cat. He'll try to play through it, but we'll have to see what happens with that. I don't think it's all okay. He's not really hurt, but I could definitely see that too. I think this is more of a we are going to take precautions because honestly, if we're going to make any value trading somebody, we're going to have to trade Zoe. And if you're going to get off of a Bledsoe, you might have to give up both. And if you have to give up both, you're going to need Lonzo healthy. So maybe sitting him to make sure you can facilitate a trade, which the trade deadline I think is Thursday. That would make that a little bit more easy to come by. Um, I don't think it's anything serious personally, but I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to this game for Denver, and if he's not going to play, then honestly, I may not even watch because I want to see Zoe versus Jamal Murray. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't necessarily give a damn about the rest of the team. I love the Joker. I like Michael Porter Jr. He was someone I thought the team should have drafted and built their franchise around. I think he's like that good. But it is what it is. But anyway, let me go ahead and get off here. I'm about to go place my order for Wingstop. Just FYI, Wingstop is like my go-to thing for like game day for the Pelicans. I always go get my Wingstop, get the 10 piece with the original hot and the garlic parmesan, and give me like some lemonade or something with that, and I'm good. That's all it takes. But yeah, I'm finna get off here and get my order of wings. Catch y'all later. Peace.